Hello there, friends, and welcome back to my channel. Amy McGrew here, and today we are going to do a really fun creation using cardstock. Love cardstock. If there's one thing that everybody needs to have in their paper crafting space is cardstock, and it's great for scrapbooking and it's great for card making and all the things. So I just pulled out some nice bright colors. April showers bring May flowers, so I'm thinking rainbows. And what I did is I cut a bunch of 1/2-inch strips. So these are a 1/2 inch wide by 12-inch strips. And we are going to pair them with some acetate. So Close to My Heart recently started offering us 12 by 12 sheets of acetate. The item number is Z9963. This acetate is the best acetate on the market. I used to buy from Amazon, and this is just a much better quality. So what I'm going to do is take one of my 12 by 12 sheets, and I am going to cut it 3 inches wide. So we have not sure if the camera picks it up, but a 3-inch by 12-inch wide piece of cardstock. The other nice thing about Close to My Heart cardstock or acetate is it comes with a protective film on one side, and I usually can tell what side is the protective film side. It's a little, makes your acetate look a little bit cloudy. And what I do is take my piercing tool, and up in the corner where you can't see, I try to figure out, okay, so here is the protective film. Okay, so it's on this side. So I'm going to work on the side that doesn't have the protective film. And what I'm going to do with my strips that I cut is we are going to cut these so that they're 3 inches long. So it's going to be a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. And on my paper trimmer, I can usually cut several at once. You just want to make sure that they're both lined up. And by doing 3 inches, we should get 4 out of one strip. So let's go ahead. I have some already cut. So let me just do this. This is, I don't want to say it's tedious. This is a great project to do when you're sitting on the couch watching a movie or a sporting event with your family, because it doesn't really take much brain power. It just takes some time. And this technique is also great to use with your scraps. Like I've been mentioning all month long, on April 1st, started the Close to My Heart Cardstock Carnival. And what that means is all of our cardstock is on sale. And there are a variety of different bundles where you can get color families in a bundle at a discount. You can get single colors at a discount, or you can get, there's a great big bundle where you're saving 30% and you're getting 7 sheets of every color of exclusive cardstock. So it comes out to be a total of 301 sheets. So if you are needing to stock up on cardstock, now is the time to do it. What I'm super excited about is the exclusive die cuts that they have created for this special only. They are a shiny kind of UV coating, and they're paperboard, and they are available in 6 by 12 inch sheets, all different kinds of icons, and in each of the color families. I will show you a picture. So here is an example. So you get buttons and stars and brackets and cameras and letters and hexagons and tabs and tags and arrows and all the things. And they come in all of these different colors, or you can get the whole bundle and save a bigger discount. So anyway, all that information is on my website, and I've done a few videos on that, so you can check that out. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking these strips, and I glued the red one right up flush with the top of the acetate. And then I'm just eyeballing maybe, what is that, a 1/16 of an inch space in between, and put the orange one down. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with the yellow. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I probably should get my Versamat, and that could help in lining these up. I just thought you guys would see better with this background. So that's why I'm working on this as opposed to the black. But if you have a Versamat, you could very easily line these things up. Another way you can use this technique is with your zip strips if you use Close to My Heart pattern paper. So I've done all the colors, and I will just continue this pattern all the way down the strip. Now, the finished product that we are going to get with this technique is, it looks like it's super hard, super tedious, and time consuming. And the recipient of, we're going to use this for a card today, but you can totally use this technique on a scrapbook page. But when the receiver of the card you make, when she or he gets it, they're going to be like, wow, you took a lot of time to make this. The other thing that I discovered while I was doing this is when you're putting your adhesive on your strips, you want to make sure that your adhesive goes all the way down from one side to the next, because we are going to be cutting this. All right, so we'll do another one. So the card that we're going to make today is a multicolored card, but I'm excited to try this technique in a monochromatic. So, just do different shades of green or blue or purple. And I think it's going to, the possibilities and the finished results are endless with this technique. And the key that makes this all come together is this acetate. But I love the cardstock because it's just bright and affordable, and everybody has it. This technique is great for all your scraps. Now, if I had these new die cuts that Close to My Heart has created just for Cardstock Carnival, I would totally use them on this particular project. I'm thinking mine are arriving today. I have 2 boxes arriving today, so I'm hoping that one of the boxes has the die cuts. And when I do get the die cuts, I'm gonna have to try doing this with the die cuts as embellishments. All right, we'll do one more strip. Actually, we're gonna, well, let's see. Maybe I can move the orange one up a little bit. No, we're just gonna do, I'm just gonna do the orange. All right, so there we have it. Now we're gonna bring our trimmer back and we're gonna cut this whole strip at 1/2. And you do have to I think I'm going to take this backing off now, because then it's going to cut better. I forgot to do that. Okay, so take your backing off before you start trimming. Okay, so now we're going to do another 1/2 inch. Yes, much better. And then we'll do another 1/2 inch. And another 1/2 inch. So you can see how these steps of cutting your 1/2 inch by 12 strips and then cutting those into 3-inch lengths and then putting them on the acetate and then doing what I just did. This is a great activity to do while you're sitting with the family watching TV. And you can just do this at any time and then store them, and you'll have them for when you need a project. So we're going to make a card, and I have my pre-cut paper pieces. So here's our card base. I just like to use the bulk card bases, the card bases and envelopes, to give it a nice crisp fold. And then we've got a black mat, and this is just our regular black cardstock. I love in this the Cardstock Carnival special that you can buy a neutrals pack of just white and black. I brought several of those. All right, and now we are going to work on this panel. So all we're going to do is take our strips and glue them to the base. So what I'm going to do is take my adhesive, and I'm just using the Close to My Heart adhesive. And you don't have to put glue on every single square like I just did, but I just wanted to show you, give you a chance to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to start at one corner. Did I put? Yeah, I did. And come all the way down to this corner. Now, the reason why you want to put adhesive behind, like on each of those squares, behind each of those squares, is because you don't want the adhesive to shine through the acetate because it's clear. Okay, so then I'm just trimming. And then we're going to put another one. So I can't use this because it's too short. So let's go ahead and take another strip, And I'm going to add my adhesive. And I'm going to stagger them a little bit. And I am just eyeballing the space between each strip. Again, if you are real precise, you can get your T-ruler out. Okay, and then this one might fit next. So we'll go like that, yeah. So I'm going to add my adhesive. And like that. So we are going to cover the whole panel. And I want to do all this with you on camera so that you can see the full effect. I think I'm going to do this one this way. But can you see how this is such a great way to use your scraps? And can you see how, like in the camera, it looks like you have cut individual squares and glued them on individually, but you haven't. And you can fill up the whole paper or just part of the paper. We're going to fill up the entire card front, the entire panel. And then we're going to use one of the new stamp sets in the National Stamping Month special workshops to add a sentiment. But another thing you could do is once you fill up your whole panel, you could run it through your die cut machine and do different shapes. So circles, stars, hexagons, brackets. The possibilities are endless. Okay, so now let's finish this side up. So this technique requires a really good trimmer and pair of scissors and your adhesive and your acetate, and you are good to go. So there are a few steps, but it is pretty easy. You don't have to think a lot. And it is a fantastic way to showcase star cardstock or any papers, and it's a great way to use up your scraps. And I think the fun is in coming up with the different combinations. I really want to try this with the monochromatic. Maybe make a card for each member of my family and then doing it in their favorite colors and seeing what a different look you'll get. You do all pastels with it being Easter weekend. Orange and blacks for Halloween, reds and greens for Christmas. Let's go like this. And I just noticed my little blue fell off. I'll have to fix that. Or was I red? So that's why you want to make sure that you have good coverage with your adhesive. I don't know if that might be too small. What I'm going to do, let's put some adhesive here. And then we'll just, or maybe it was the purple just, I'm going to put a new purple square here. So see how I'm fixing this? That little purple came off. So we will just fix another one, and then we will put the red right here like this. So that's where it can get a little bit tedious, but it's all fixable. There we go. Perfect. All right, and then we have a little bit of scraps right here. So let's go ahead and do these. That. So I see myself making a bunch of panels and then just having them ready to go when I feel like making a card or doing a layout. So there is our card panel. Let me get all these little bits out of the way. Your adhesive is key. Full coverage so that little pieces don't fall apart or fall off. All right, so now what we're gonna do is adhere this onto the black cardstock. And you could use 3D foam tape. I'm just going to lay it down flat. I love the rainbow colors on the black. I don't think that's even. So let's try it again. This is why I love the Close to My Heart adhesive. It gives me grace. All right, so there is our card. You could actually just leave it like that. But I went ahead and cut a circle from my circle thin cuts. These are called the circles. And we have a brand new stamp set from the National Scrapbooking Day celebration, which is May 5th and 6th. Close to My Heart is doing free classes. There's a total of 5. There are 2 card classes, there's 2 12x12 layout classes, and there's a mini album, a 6x8 mini album, and I love the 6x8 size. And each of those bundles, each of those classes have a workshop bundle with exclusive stamp sets in them that were made just for this celebration. So this is the one for the 6x8 album. It's called Endless Sunshine, and as you can see, you can make all different kinds of sunshines, and then there's great sentiments. We've got sunshine, we've got shine bright, hello, so much, create your own endless sunshine. What does this one say down here? The sun will rise again. And then you'll see we've got little facial elements so you can give your sons faces. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this sunburst right here, and I'll get my block, and we're gonna use our lemonade ink, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the foam sheet that comes with our stamps. I love how Close to My Heart packages their stamps. Not only do they come in a carrier sheet, which makes it easy to organize, it comes with this nice little, I call it a foam sheet. It's not necessarily a foam sheet. It's It reminds me of a bounce sheet that you use with your laundry, but it gives a nice little surface. And when you have a little bit of what's the word? You have something underneath your stamping surface, it just helps you to get a better impression. So now I'm taking the solid circle, and what I'm more or less doing is just making a sun. So there is our sun. And then I'm gonna take my nectarine, and I am just going to add some ink around the edge. This is called distressing, and this is paper to paper distressing. You could do the same thing by using a sponge or a dauber if you want to get a lighter, more brush-like look. But when I want something to be kind of really dark, I will use this technique where I take the paper to the ink. So there we go. Now we could take one of these, facial things and give our sun a face, but I have another idea. So what I'm going to do now is, I thought I would just stick this right here. I'm going to use some foam tape to give it dimension. I have some leftovers of some shaker cards. So I'm just going to use these little squares, and I'm just putting them in the center because I'm going to stick a sentiment underneath. So we'll do it like this because I left that side blank. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right down here. So I thought the sun would go good with all the rainbow colors. Then we've got some images. I thought I would do so much. So it would be, or no, let's do be the, and then this will be sunshine. So I did cut, here it is, a little strip of white daisy. And let me get my small block. And let's do, I said be the, and then the sunshine. So I'll get the and put that down, and I'm going to use sapphire ink. So we'll do B, and I have already seasoned these. B, and then the, be the. Now we'll bring in our trimmer. And trim that. And then I have another strip of sapphire, and we'll glue this onto here. So this whole card really is being made with scraps. And then we can put that right there like that. I'll just use regular adhesive. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking, okay, that looks great like that. You know what might be fun? To add some gold embellishing thread behind the sun. I did pull out some of my acrylic shapes. These are the rainbow stars, and I thought, well, maybe we could put some stars. Let's try. Maybe a small one, and then we could do. And you could put them right on the squares, or you can have them overlapping a few. I kind of like that. And then maybe do a smaller one. Or do we want to put them down here? I think I kind of like them floating. And I pulled white, but I mean, you could use any color really. But I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to get my liquid glue. And add one there, and then these smaller ones I'll put just right in the center of the squares. And we'll let those dry. And then let's get, see, I'm looking for, here's a red one. Maybe we'll put that right in the center. I think I want a bigger one. Let's see if I have any more. Here's a pink one. That might be kind of fun to bring in another color. I have white, but I don't want to do white. We have a blue one. It's a different shade of blue though. I think we'll go with the pink. Yeah, I think gold embellishing thread. Maybe we'll see if I have some over here, and we'll try and stick some in. That's cute. Isn't that fun? Let me see if I have any. Thread over here. Oh, I do. Try this. Thank you for playing along with me as I create this kind of off the cuff. So I like to take my bone folder and just run it, the thread through my thumb and my bone folder to get the kinks out. And then I just wrap it around my fingers. And then I will pinch it together. And I'm thinking maybe I could stick some. Normally I would do this before I adhered this circle, but I didn't think of this until after. So let's just stick this right down here. And hopefully it will stay, and I'm just going to trim a few of these little pieces. I've got little squares all over the place. Maybe I'll just try and shove this. Let's see, come on, thread. There we go. I am liking it. What do you think? Very fun. Be the sunshine. And of course you could, on the inside, continue with your strips and maybe take, you know, and do something like that, or do a strip down the bottom. I don't know, I'll have to play with that once this dries. But there you go. There is our Friday fun card. Be the sunshine. I'm wishing you all a sunny day. If you liked this video and are willing to give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. That helps my channel to grow, and I would be oh so appreciative. I will come back again and we'll try this technique and do something on a scrapbook page really soon. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.